Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And, Charles, you look back to last year's draft class for quarterbacks. We had a good crop. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, the two Joshes, Allen and Rosen, Lamar Jackson, all just in the first round. So here we get two second-year quarterbacks set to face off. How have things changed?
Well, for these young guys, that first year, typically learning experience, team's not very good. They just want to see you handle some situations. But everyone expects a jump in year two. And with that, they expect the fortunes of the team to jump as well.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cardinals set to go on offense. It'll be Kyler Murray leading the way. What a year for him at Oklahoma in 2018. Heisman Trophy winner, better than 4,300 passing yards, 42 touchdowns. And don't forget about running the football as well. He had a 1,000-yard season rushing it with 12 touchdowns on the ground as well. Murray now on first down. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Touchdown. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive. An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check. Check. Go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for a lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield with those instincts. Back to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
Let's go, AT Gator. 59. And I'm coming after you. Christian, travel. It's a safety creep. Hey, switch gears. Check 43.
Back to Mixon on first down. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons leading tackler in 2018.
Whoa! 30 base.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to John Ross. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Slam. Big Ed. Hatch it. Ready?
Mixon. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Leo, Leo! Get it!
Now Bernard, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
Hey, back up!
Back to throw now on first down. Open man is Ross, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
2nd and 6. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting.
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
Offense. Automatic first down.
That's us! That's us!
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you...
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen to Drake. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-6 the score after one right here on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, with the Browns already playing their third primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. That had to be a nightmare as a ball carrier. You look up and see his big bear claws coming at you right away. No chance.
And just think how the game continues to evolve. We always worried about the defensive ends and the outside linebackers bringing pressure. How about the play now? It's not just eating up blockers for these guys inside, is it? It's eating up blockers and making plays in the backfield.
And just eating.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Go, go. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Evans has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now on 1st down, break again. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
First down, Arizona.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's got it. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brake. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To throw is Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Sponge! No! Hey, Sam off! Check 24! Hard! Check, crunch! Watch the edge! Fair!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
You got tight. Look at me. Go. Watch twins. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike's 59. Danny. Mike's fired up.
Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I don't know, Ian. Be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
On the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here, and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. It's complete to Drake. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Cardinals' 1st down.
Here we go. Touchdown. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin with 2 teams that entered the NFL together back in 1995. Carolina playing host to Jacksonville. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ball.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
It's a
The defense pushing the run game back on the first play of the third quarter.
But I don't think that means abandoning the run totally. Sometimes you just have to focus on execution, right? They always talk about players, not plays. Well, tell your players to block a little bit better, and maybe the ground game can get going.
The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but it can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it turn into more.
Now they run with Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss.
You're out.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And some space here. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Bernard. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Now a carry for Bernard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Lock it. Check. Watch out. Leo. Check three. Go.
They'll give it to Mixon. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Partner, there's no doubt in my mind the defense has to be excited. They should be excited after what they've done recently here. But guess what? My old coaches always used to say, when you're having that kind of success, be careful. Play your keys, play your techniques. Watch out for something coming at you.
Good job defending the run. Probably going to have to defend the pass here.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
They'll set up to throw. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. This one caught by Isabella. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 2nd and 12, Murray. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long, Murray. And he hits Drake.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Murray now on 1st down. Out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
To try again after the sack, Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Max Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And it's blocked. Well, the Bengals have got it. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Look at me. Go. Hey, alert three. Whip. Watch the whip. Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 15.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Yeah.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the run. 59's Mike. Check, 59. Here we go. Check 59.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, team 6. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So now the Bengals down by 11, and time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it first down.
Set. 60 outlaw. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Five. 59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59. Shoot!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Green. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Mike's 59. Mike's 50.
Second and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Hey, lock it. Kill.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something."
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Hey, Delta. 59 Mike, 59 Mike.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's see what you got. Hey, Alpha. 58's the money. 58's the money. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. 5.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's set a tone, fellas. Ready, ready?
Back to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Kill, kill, kill. Jam, 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 jam. Hey, Orbit. Hey, 58's the mic. Well, 58's the mic. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Get.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home.